Hello guys and welcome, my name is ShavedApe and I want to thank you for joining me. Today I thought I would take a little time to discuss the current Battlefield state of play. As some of you may or may not know, I haven't been around much lately owing to the birth of my son, so I feel I'm in a unique position of being a hardcore gamer, maybe I should put that in inverted commas, but looking at things from more of a casual gamer perspective. Before my son was born I played a lot. Granted, I didn't need a shit bucket, I do have a life, but I still did play a lot. Now the little man's here, I'm lucky if I can get a couple of hours in for the whole week. And what I have found is while lots of people are complaining about the game being broken, or the speed being set too high in CTE etc, personally I just didn't see it. And it got me to thinking that sometimes taking a step away makes you appreciate what's good about the game, while allowing you maybe to overlook the other things. Battlefield 4 is definitely more pick up and play than it used to be. Now I'm not telling you BF4 is fixed, far from it. I'm saying if the game is pissing you off, maybe taking a break from it won't do any harm. I wasn't that pissed off to begin with though, so maybe I just have a high tolerance for shit, which is handy right now because newborns produce a lot of it. As for the CTE, I see a lot of complaining in-game as well as on the forums. And I can't help wondering why people join a test environment if they are going to complain about testing. Sadly though, at least these people are, in some way at least, helping to test, even if they aren't so tolerant. The CTE is pretty quiet most of the time. Rarely do I see full servers. And well, to me, that's not so surprising, because the fixes just aren't making it into the public game, or at least not quickly enough. And it seems like players are simply wondering, why should they bother? I've heard people say things like they didn't pay for premium just to be a tester, for example. And of course I've also read the dev posts that say releasing one big patch is easier, but I can't help thinking, wasn't one of the reasons for the CTE to prevent prolonged waits for patches? There are things in the CTE now that really change the game and make it more fun to play and, well, just better, but without really affecting game balance. Why can't they be patched in now? Show people that the CTE is still worthwhile. I do get that builds exist, and of course trying to do a patch with just the UI tweaks isn't going to be that simple, but it could have been. Now sure, a new camo for CTE players is great, but personally I would rather see the UI tweaks than some useless camo that I will probably forget to apply anyway. We Battlefielders have become accustomed to patches at DLC time, but we didn't get one with Dragon's Teeth, and granted most of the time the patches that do come create more problems. But again, I thought CTE was there to prevent that, but instead it feels as though they want to further develop the game instead of trying to fix it. So what are your thoughts on CTE, guys? I would really like to hear from you, and if enough of you leave feedback, I will happily pass it along. Okay, and I think that about wraps it up for today. First of all, let me thank you again for joining me and allowing me to take up your valuable time. It is very much appreciated. I also want to quickly thank you all for sticking around while I'm so inactive. I will be doing my best to post at least one video a week for the foreseeable future at least, so you all know I'm still alive. And once things settle down here, maybe I can do a few more. I do have a lot of hardline footage if you're interested in that, so maybe I can use that up. I guess we'll see in the coming weeks. Thank you again for watching, I will see you soon. Hit the annotation on screen now for a random video. And you can of course subscribe as well. Oh, and don't forget that like button. I'll see you soon.